Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be investigating a fragrance from the house of Aramis, and this fragrance is called Modern Leather, which came out in the year 2017. This is an EDP and eau de parfum. This is a moderately masculine leather fragrance. It would be considered an opposite of anything that Tom Ford would produce, which are more unisex fragrance. And surprisingly, this does not have really the similar DNA of the original Aramis. It does not have the old school vibe. I think this is Aramis's attempt at being more modern. I consider this a somewhat spicy leather, which definitely has a greenish vibe. It's soft, pleasant, and it's light and clean. So we're just gonna pop off the lid and a spray on the backhand. So the initial spray is actually very spicy in a peppery type of way. But then in about 20-30 seconds, it becomes more and more fresh. It still has the peppery vibe to it, but you don't really take in too much initial leather. I even get almost like a little bit of a smokiness. And as it dries down, it sets in pretty quickly. It becomes more earthy, leather-like, and then it seems to lose a fair bit of its pop and spice. The dry down is actually several hours later is actually a very pleasant, soft smell, but it loses a lot of its power and draws very close to the skin. And later on, it's only moderately spicy. You get some of the leather, but again, it is not projecting. It's not very powerful. As advertised, the top notes are basil and thyme. The middle notes are geranium and patchouli. The base notes are leather and oak moss. So I think this was Aramis, in a sense, almost trying to make a transition into more modern fragrances. But I think that even though the smell is very good, I like the smell of this fragrance. It's weak. It's not. It doesn't have good performance. It's maybe 2-3 hours on my skin or even less, and it just becomes a very close. You have to dig your nose into your skin to smell it. There's very little projection or scent trail. It's still a mature scent, but you would have to constantly reapply it maybe 2 or 3 times during an 8-hour period. And this is what makes it very curious, because it is a nice scent, and it's by a house that makes very strong scents in general, and then they produce something that is very appealing in the way it smells, but extremely mediocre performance. So possibly it's just the batch I have or the bottle I have, but I have done some research and it seems to be similar for many people out there. So this is something that if you're looking for a more mature scent, that you're okay. This is not overly expensive at the time, but it is very hard to find now. I don't know if it's being produced anymore, but if you like leathers and you want to add a leather to your collection, this may be something for you, but be warned of the performance. And the initial opening, even now, I'm getting more leather a couple minutes later, but it dies off very, very quickly. And if the performance was there, the scent bubble and like a nice projection in Central, this would be a sensational fragrance, but the performance severely lacks in this fragrance. So again, always try before you buy, or if you can even find this one. And if you liked this review, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. If you have any comments or questions or any experiences with this fragrance or any other by Aramis, please leave it in the comments down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.